Shalom, Apostle Hall coming back at you with the truth, giving all praise to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai B'Shem Rakak Wadash. And I'm going to entitle this video Sound Doctrine. And basically, I'm going to go into the scriptures, and I'm going to break down this word sound and doctrine. But I want to say this: you can't, and I should have entitled it this instead of sound doctrine. I should entitle it you can't teach a crazy person. Okay? Or a person that's not sound in mind, which they label as a crazy person. What we have is the truth that is found in the scriptures, and our job, if we believe that we're men of the Lord, is to teach Israelites who they are. Now, if you find that they can't get it, they believe in some other doctrine or faith, you try to make them see that what they have is not the truth. Then there comes a time where you say, this guy's not going to get it. So you got to let that individual go. You got to hope that the man walks down the street, or ask him to walk down the street, or ignore him, or just say, can I get back to, I'm talking about if we're on the street, or we're dialoguing with people on the street, or conversating and trying to push this word. See, this is not open to debate. This is not open to what your opinion is. Like one guy said years ago, let me tell you what I believe. And he got thrown out the school. Just based on what he said and based on his attitude. He was asked to leave. I'll just put it to you that way. We don't have time to play games with sick-minded people. People that don't have sound minds. You can't put a sound doctrine in a person without a sound mind. We've been going back and forth with the young brother Ben, and basically based upon the video that he did mentioning the Hebrew Israelites, and I did a video, a couple other men in Great Millstone did videos, and this brother Ben X or whatever came back and basically did a response to our videos, and I was looking at the comments on that video that he made, and Jake is bugged the fuck out. Jake is out of a fucking mind. Jake is lost, and they're beyond help. Your focus is only for the elect of the children of Israel, that they may get this truth. Because if you let somebody who doesn't have a sound mind, you're gonna have problems. You're gonna have problems. We had a lot of people that joined GMS, and a lot of them bugged out. They're back out there in the world, and they bugged the hell out, man. Either they became our worst enemies, and the #1 scoffing is on us, or they went back to being a Baptist or whatever. Anyway, I'm just going to read a couple of scriptures. I'm not going to make this too long. It says, this is 2 Timothy 4 verse 3. I should start at 1. As a matter of fact, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'll start at 1. This is the Apostle Paul, letter of the Apostle Paul. I charge thee therefore before the Most High and Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, who shall judge the quick and the dead at his appearing and his kingdom. Preach the word, and this is for the ones of you that are woken up to this truth. When you woken up to this truth, you're supposed to do what? Preach or teach. And actually the word preach means to prophesy. Preach the word, be instant, in season, out of season. In season, out of season means when it's hot, when it's seasonable, and when it's not seasonable, when it's cold, the winter time. Because the scriptures liken us going out there on the highways and the byways as we working on the field, as we tilling the ground, planting seeds, and coming back to reap the benefits of those seeds, which become corn or wheat or whatever. Now, you don't plant seeds in the wintertime. You plant seeds during the time. Well, we actually have a day for that, the Feast of Weeks, and that comes right after the Passover when the spring comes in. And then a couple months later, then you reap the harvest. So what this scripture is saying is, preach the word, be instant, be ready, in season, out of season, meaning when it's cold and you can't plant things, you still got to go out there planting seeds, which are spiritual seeds. That's why he said that. It says, reprove, rebuke, exalt with all long suffering and doctrine. What is the doctrine? The doctrine is what we teach from the scriptures through the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. That that you people of North, Central, and South America are the Israelites, and you have Israelites scattered throughout the whole planet Earth. That's why you have some people that are Sicilian descent, they're Israelites. Some people of Irish descent are Israelites. Because we were literally scattered throughout the whole planet Earth. Pretty much all of West Africa, those are Israelites. It said, for the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine. And we're in that time. But after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. And they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and shall be turned unto fables. Now, let me look up the word fables. Muthos. A speech, word, saying, a narrative, story, a true narrative, a fiction, a fable, an invention, a falsehood. So there's not a million truths out there. There's only one truth. And we here at Great Millstone have the truth. Okay, now you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to look up sound doctrine. You can't give this truth to an insane person. You can't give this truth to a crazy person. You can't give this truth to a person that's in another way of life. Because they dedicated and sacrificed their bodies and their minds to this, whatever they believed in, for a number of years. So they figure, well, wait a minute, I've been doing this thing for the last 20 years. I'm not going to change now. So like I said, if you see that an individual can't get it, just try to get him to go down the street because it's a waste of time. Now, eventually, he may come back and get it. And then once he gets it and he learns this truth, he has to go out there and preach. Now, I'm going to look up the word sound. It said to be sound, to be well, to be in good health. See, mentally, you're not healthy. Your brain is fucked up. Of Christians whose opinions, Christians meaning Israelites that are in the truth, are free from any mixture of error. So you got jakes out there, they might say, or like the comments that I read on the video that Brother Ben X put up. One comment, the guy said, I was born and raised an Israelite, but I believe that Master Farad Muhammad, is the, how do you say it, is God in the flesh or whatever. Well, you're not a Hebrew Israelite. You're not you're messed up in the brain. It says of Christians, which means Israelite, whose opinions are free from any mixture of error. And like I always say, if you teach it to mark of the beast and embargo in Christianity, that's a mixture of error. So you are not sane in the mind. You are not sound in mind of one who keeps the graces and is strong. Anybody that falls off, their mind is gone. They're gone. And doctrine means teaching, instruction, teaching that which is taught, doctrine, teachings, precepts. So what is our doctrine? Our doctrine is that we are the Israelites, the so-called white men are Edomites. America's Babylon the Great. Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, is a so-called black man. And notice I said so-called. The disciples were so-called black people. All the great men and prophets and the children of Israel were so-called black people. And the Lord only came for the children of Israel. And I can go on and on. Anyway, you know what? I said enough. You know what? Let me go back. I might want to read another scripture. Okay, this is Titus 2 verse 1. But speak thou the things which become sound doctrine. Titus 1 verse 9, holding fast, the fast meaning to fasten, to hold hard, to grip. Once you get this truth, you're supposed to grip it. It's a holding fast the faithful word as he have been taught, that he may be able by sound doctrine both to exhort and to convince the gainsayers. So the ones that buck up against what we're teaching, we got to convince them. And not every gainsayer is going to be convinced. Remember, we're dealing with people we're dealing with mentally deranged, crazy people who lack sound minds and sound spirits. That's why if I wanted to, I can make up a religion. I guarantee I'll get a bunch of Negroes to follow me. All these different religions, all these different ways of life, there's only one truth. And we here at Great Millstone have the whole truth. The other Israelite groups out there, they have some of the truth. But we here at Great Millstone have the whole the whole truth, and it's going to be made manifest that the Most High set up the men of great millstone. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom.